Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It is a draw here at the Emirates, but was it deserved, Lee Judges? Why didn't we take 3 points there today, bruv?
Well, no, I think you have to. Injuries in the end took its toll, but I think you have to give them a bit of credit. They was pushing and pushing, and at the end of it, I don't know what was wrong with that last goal. By the way, was it like
High foot, they're saying, or handball or something. I need to watch it again, but it's Anthony Taylor, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. I have to say, look, I'm not making no excuses to the referee, but God, he's so biased. So it's ridiculous how much one side he is. I always thought there was a thing about being a home, getting a little bit of an advantage. We don't get none of it, So, but listen, I think it was a fair result at the end of the day, Danny. If I'll be really honest, I felt that we were. I thought before we scored the first goal, make it 1-0, brilliant. Then we sat back, went 1-1. And then we went again, and I thought we was brilliant. And then when we was 2-1 up, you don't need those in. Gabriel.
Did you think they were there for the taking, Liverpool? Or?
No, I know about there for the taking. They've still got they've got all their best players about, haven't they? Apart from the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, by the way, made a couple of good saves. But no, I think listen, if we had all of our players there, I know, all these Liverpool fans saying like combination 11s and all that, putting them in there, if we had our players out today, I think we would have won comfortably. But you have to go with what you got. No excuses at the end of it. Could have won it, could have lost it, could have drawn it, and in the end we drew it.
Look, man, fullbacks deserve a mention today. Thomas Partey and Jurriën Timber.
Yeah, I've got to say, Thomas Partey, they targeted him first 20 minutes, and that's where the corner come from. I felt that, that was always going to be. But I think the more he got into the game and grew into it, he's been one of our best players. I have to say, midfield, I was thinking, I'll take him out of midfield, but someone's got to step up, and Marino did in there. I thought he was brilliant as well in there today. And Timber, fatigue got the better of him in the end. It just got the better of him. And because of that, I look back on the last, the goal, Malski was just a bit too forward, trying to get that third goal. And the ball was there to go into the space behind, and without Gabriel there covering it, we was caught out. And
more injuries, Lee. Gabriel and Timber now, they're going to be ringing you up soon, mate. Do you know what I mean? Get your boots out, son. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe not after last week, but I think that like with Timber, that's just he looked like he had cramp and fatigue getting in. I don't know what was the matter with Gabriel, but again, why do they keep bringing these? If he's out for 2 or 3 weeks now, why do they keep saying bringing him back on again? I don't understand why they do that. But listen, I'm disappointed. And I think maybe that's a good thing because we've played Liverpool with a lot of players out, and I felt that we probably should have won it if we'd have been a little bit more clever.
Look, just lastly, what does this result mean? A lot of people are saying that if we lost today, it might have been title over, or at least very, very difficult. A draw, does that really do us any favours, or does it just stay the same?
No, it means we've got to go to Newcastle and got to go to Chelsea and win those games. It's as simple as that now, and they're not going to be easy. Not going to be easy whatsoever, So we know before the international break whether we're in a title chase or not. Listen, it ain't about what's happened today. It was last week at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
That will come back and bite us in the old, you know what. So I look at that game. It's now 2 games without a win. And I have to say the Bournemouth one will be the one that really grinds me. This one won't, but again, you've got to win your home games there, and we don't win enough home games. Again, drop points at home, drop points against Brighton, and there'll be a few more, but with the circumstances in all today, I think you've got to take the draw and just move on.
Big up, Lee. Kenny, let's bring you in, my bro. A lot of people saying they'll take the point. I'm feeling a little bit more disappointed than taking a point, man. I thought that we could have got all 3 today.
Yeah, you're right. I thought today, if you take away from the PSG performance, I thought today was our best performance of the season. And I say that, openly. Defence was fantastic. Midfield, we won our battles. Up top, we caused them a lot of problems. Scored a fantastic goal from Saka. And then we responded by scoring a great goal from a set piece. That's only the 3rd time this season we scored from a set piece. And Liverpool was struggling, and I suppose Liverpool got back in the game because he made changes in the second half where he brought in a lot of energy. Players with a bit of pace like Szoboszlai, Gakpo, and Robertson was struggling against Saka, and he brought on Simisas. So I think that's when Liverpool came into it. But even so, I think Liverpool nicked the point rather than gain it. And it just shows you that Liverpool are a different team this season. There's no rock and roll grunge football from Jurgen Klopp. This Liverpool team came for the point.
I think they're a little more balanced now under Slot, really. And we always used to love Klopp's football in terms of game football. Today, I did feel like they looked a little bit different than the Klopp with team that we've seen here.
100%. They're a very organised side as well. They're not, we had to work hard to get our goals. There was only probably one mistake by Robertson for the goal, and then obviously if you let a goal from a set piece, I suppose that's a mistake. But apart from that, they defended for their lives. Kanate was their best player. He absolutely had Martinelli on toast. Martinelli, has got some maybe like basically he was scared witless from Kanate. Every time Kanate went near him, he went, I didn't fancy it, and that's understandable. Kanate's big, strong, and he's got a lot of pace as well.
Mate, Kanate is a quality player. I thought he was excellent. But who shone out for you from an Arsenal's point of view today?
Thomas Partey, always. I think we're only going to appreciate Thomas Partey when he's gone. There's a lot of people wrongly have said that Declan Rice is a number 6. They said he's not.
No, I think he is a 6.
Well, I disagree with you on that. No, anyway, because fact is that Declan Rice had a good game today, but Thomas Partey, right back, absolutely brilliant. But he didn't just stay at right back. He inverted himself in the midfield, and he was creating a lot, starting a lot of our attacks. That's the thing. Thomas Partey's worth $1 million. He's worth his weight of gold. 24-carat gold midfielder, easily our best player, and then probably him and Saka. But apart from that, the others have got to do catching up. I wish we had 11 Thomas Parteys.
Yeah, listen, just lastly, Kenny, more injuries and 2 youngsters, Wanyeri and, of course, Lewis Skelly come on. I know we conceded down that side, but I thought whilst Lewis Skelly on the ball looks very comfortable. And Timber and Gabriel out now, mate.
We just have to get on with it. We knew it was going to happen. We knew with the new schedule, game every 2 or 3 days. The Champions League's been extended. And up until February now, it's going to be a game every 2 or 3 days. If you take the international break, all of them are big, big games. So you just have to get on with it. At the end of the day, all 25 players should have, a title-winning mindset. If you play for Arsenal, just like back in the day when Man United had injuries, players like O'Shea, Fletcher, Park, they all had that championship, title-winning mentality. And I think if all the players have a title-winning mentality, injuries are nothing. Because at the end of the day, we're still going to go for that title. No excuses.
No, big up, Kenny. Luce, let's bring you in. Left-hand side today, Luce, I thought there was some question marks. Martinelli's first touch wasn't on point, in my opinion. Timber, I thought, was absolute mustard, I've got to say. Lewis Skelly come on. Marino, actually, I didn't think was outstanding, and then he scored a goal. I still feel there's problems down that left-hand side. The right is looking pretty solid. Obviously, when Ødegaard comes back, we're going to be fine down there, in my opinion. And I still think Timber is probably a right-back that people will look at moving forward. But today, I just felt like 2 questions, really. There weren't that kind of belief in many of the fan base sitting around me that we were going to get the 3 points. But then I've still felt a little bit disappointed leaving with just a point loose.
You've got to say the same 2 factors we always say when we come on here are the injuries that we have that unbalance the side, and then also the refereeing and the officiating that always seems to come into play. And I get very bored of saying the same thing, but it's the same thing every time. If we could play our starting 11 every single game, I have no question in my head that we win the league. Unfortunately, we are very unlucky with injuries, and now obviously we've had Saka and Timber come back today, and you can see what a difference they make in the side. Obviously, Gabriel's out again and Timber's potentially out again, so we've just got to do the best with what we have. And a point is a point. We didn't lose. That's the main thing. I don't know about the disallowed goal that we had. I need
to watch it back. I'm not sure. They're saying high foot or handball or something.
But again, like the officiating, not up to scratch. We're the best league in the world and we have the worst refereeing in the world, so it's questionable.
It is. Look, summer window, do you still think we've done enough? I know we've got injuries at the moment, but we're supposed to be able to have adequate cover in each position. Do you feel like we could have done more, or do you think we might have to do something in January?
I absolutely always think we could do more. People want to say about striker, but again, it's cover for our starting 11, and you never feel completely comfortable. Like, you can feel that atmosphere change when one of our players go down. Like Gabriel today, you can feel it go cold. So we need to get some rotation in. Like, squad depth is a very important thing in this league. Like, you can see City never struggle with this issue. And even like Liverpool this season as well, they had a few issues with it last season, but now you can see like the athleticity is there. Like they're very confident in the players that they have. Like, we need to be on the same wavelength as that. So.
Is it too early to look at that game? Have we got to wait till May to find out what this game might mean? Is it too early to say, or can we look at this game today and sort of make a decision about where Arsenal are going to be at the end of the season?
I think, as Lee said, it's not going to be this game we look back on and think that this was the problem. I think it's games like Bournemouth that we should really be burying. But we'll just have to wait and see. Like, anything can happen. It's the Premier League, English Premier League. So hopefully we've done enough today and we've got the point. And it's a very hard team to come up against. Like, we need to remember, Liverpool are again one of the title race contenders. So we can only be hopeful, and it's the hope that kills you, innit, mate? So we'll see.
Mate. Big up, Lewis.
Right.
Jerome, let's bring you in, my bro. How are you?
I'm not bad, yourself?
Yeah, man. What do you make of it, bro?
Disappointed, but I'll take the point. Because we could have lost that game. The way it was going, we could have lost that game at a moment. We sat back far too much, and that's where we went wrong, really. We need to attack that, and I still feel we didn't use Martinelli enough for me.
I mean, what do you mean by that in terms of Martinelli? Because I felt like when he was questions asked of him, I thought his touch was a bit off today, man. His control, always a threat, but I just felt like that kind of last bit of like, where is it at? I felt he let himself down a bit today.
A little bit, but we need to use him more when Liverpool was scared of him. So you need to drag players. It didn't need to be that last minute. We could drag players, drag Konate out of position. We didn't use him enough. We were trying to come through the middle, find Saka too much, but Saka was getting trebled up. Martinelli was the guy where he was open. Yes, Konate was coming to him, but you've got to drag players in that way. Konate coming out would have been perfect, you know. But
Look, go on.
I just feel we just disappointed ourselves with not attacking more.
I mean, could Mikel Arteta have done much more? And a lot of people are saying that perhaps he waited a little bit too long for substitutions. I thought that there was some attack play today. I didn't think we were killer instinct at times. But Wanyeri from the bench, Jesus coming on, Sterling didn't get a game today. Was there much more he could have done? Because these injuries are killing us, bro.
I think he should have made subs earlier.
Yeah.
You know, you could see Gabby was knackered. You could see that Saka was starting to fade out a little bit. You could see that Timber was starting to get cramp. Make them subs a little bit earlier and bring a bit more into the game. That's where, look, I'm a Mikel fan, you know that.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking him, but he could have made them subs earlier to make it happen for us. That's what he needed to do, really, more than anything.
Anything you want to say about what this might mean for May? And I hate saying that because it's so early. We're in game week 9, I think it is. But these are the sort of games that I do look back at and think, oh, could we have done something more? Now, I look at Liverpool as a team that we should be coming up against level pegging. I don't think that either team look better than each other at the moment. I think that's fair to say. Last week, I was disappointed. Brighton game here, I'm disappointed. I probably will look at those two games more than the Liverpool one. But I felt like because of those two, it was a kind of must-win today. But do you think the draw will be enough?
The draw's enough. Well, we look at the Bournemouth last week, and really, it was the sending off that got us. At the end of the day, we take that on the chin. Today, I don't think it will make an effect. We're 9 games in. There's a lot of games that are still going to happen. We have no idea the way the season's going to go. So I don't think it's going to matter too much. City are the team that really we got to hope drop. Not Liverpool's, not anyone else. That's who we got to fear. It's too early.
Listen, man, just lastly, 2 youngsters come on. I thought they were really good. Wanyeri, I'd like to see him a little bit sooner, if I'm honest. Lewis Skelly, yeah, the goal happened when he came on. But I think going forward and on the ball, this kid looks talented.
Listen, I'm a fan. And Wanyeri. I wanted to see Wanyeri come on for Trossard earlier. Trossard had a poor game. He's had a stinker for the last few weeks. So Wanyeri should have come on from a lot earlier. He's better with the ball. He wants to attack. He's got no fear. So we should have seen a lot more of both of them earlier on. Like I say, Timber was tired. So bring on Miles Skelly. Bring him on nice and early and let him get into the game. It was maybe a bit too quick for him defensively. And that's what cost us a little bit, but I'm happy to see them. I think they're going to be good going forward.
Yeah, love Jerome. Big up, man. Russ.
Yo.
Save the best to last, man.
Of course,
Look,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people were kind of seeing this as an okay result. We didn't lose the game. Let's move on. Do you think we might look back in May and think, we could have taken 3 points here, or is it other games you're looking at, bro?
No, as Matey just said, I think it's too early to say that's going to be a decisive result. I will say that up to about 60 minutes we were by far the better side. We just needed that killer instinct to finish the game off and get the third goal. Martinelli just didn't quite do enough to win the ball and in our half, and they just basically countered on us and hit us and sucker punched us, and that was the end of that. I think the manager was a little bit reactive instead of proactive. He should have brought those changes on before 5 or 10 minutes before that happened, because you could see we were starting to flag. That's my one criticism of him, is he's a bit like Wenger used to be. He's a bit reactive. You know, he don't make those big decisions in them big games early enough. Last year he did, but this year he's got rabbits in the headlights. I don't know, syndrome. But Marino I thought had his best game for Arsenal. I thought he was outstanding today, Marino.
Okay.
I thought he was really, really good. Scored a goal, didn't he? And I thought he was really good and put himself about, and I thought he was excellent. But it's just disappointing because when you're winning a game like that at home, and then you start to get those stupid decisions going against you, it just leaves a bit of a bad taste in the mouth, really.
Look, I agree with you. I think we've got to look at that and just look at our performance now and just accept that we ain't going to get any luck. We're going to get injuries. Refereeing decisions we're not going to be able to rely on. I think sometimes we need to look at ourselves a bit more.
Corner? I mean, I was right in that. I was right in that side. Blatant corner, and he gave it the other way. And there were several other ones, 50-50s, where he gave it to Liverpool.
I mean, the goal that we scored. What happened there? Did you think? I need to see it again.
Well, he's probably a high foot, but. Let the game go for a couple of seconds just to see what pans out, and then let it go to VAR maybe. I don't know. It just seemed like a really hasty decision to me. That was a weird one for me. I'll have to see that back again. But I was, that was the thing that I take from that game was when we was in control of it, we should have made the changes. Not wait till we came out of control and then start putting changes on. And I think that was... our downfall today, really.
More injuries again, Russ. Look, where do you stand on this? Because a lot of people are just saying it's unlucky we got injuries, can't do anything about it. Or could we have in the summer?
Well, last year we were lucky, weren't we? Last year we basically played our best 11 for like 99% of the year. And this year we haven't been able to do that. No. I'm convinced if we'd have had our best 11 out from get-go today, we'd have won that game comfortable, 3-1, 4-1 maybe. In fact, I don't think they would have scored, to be honest with you, with our best team out there. And that's the thing that sticks in my craw, is the fact that everyone who loves to support the regime and loves to say we did enough and we've got a brilliant squad and all this, that and the other. Yeah, we had a brilliant squad in defence, but then all of a sudden, Tomiasu's injured, Calafiori's injured, Timber's injured, Saliba's suspended, Gabriel's... Now, what's going to happen in the next 3 or 4 games? We're going to be on bare bones. So all that strength we had at the back, which everyone was bragging about, that's gone. And now we've got to pray that Saka doesn't get injured. We've got to start trusting Nwaneri, we've got to start trusting Skelly, we've got to start trusting these players. We can't just bring them on for cameos. They've got to start now because they've made their bed and they've got to lie on it. The board and the manager, whoever was responsible for like the lack of recruitment in the summer. And there was a lack of recruitment, I think most of us agree. No striker, no midfield cover for Odegaard, which has bit us on the arse. No cover for Saka. You just can't carry on. This is a massive football club. Look at it, it's a huge football club. And we're being let down as fans. I believe, honestly, we're being let down as fans. They were there for the taking today, Liverpool. They're not all that. This is probably their hardest fixture today. And they weren't all that.
Yeah, I must admit, I didn't look at Liverpool once today and go, whoa, wow,
no.
They're top quality. No. Good side, should be respected.
Decent.
Had our players, Russ, I think we would have won that game. Odegaard, Saliba, no injuries to Timber and Gabriel. I'd fancy us.
100%. And with another striker up top to knock away them odd chances that do come, I think we win that game comfortably. And that's the thing that disappoints me, is this club are not serious about winning. They're not serious about winning at the top level. We're in the Champions League. We might get to the last stages of that, but are we serious about actually winning the thing? That's what pisses me off.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Listen, people, we didn't get the 3 points today, but we did come away with a point against a very good Liverpool side, but we need to be better. Make sure you do me a favour on this one. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.